So, first off, wrestling definitely does need people. It was significantly better. I should probably mute this so I don't get. So we'll try to go through the matches. It was amazing seeing Bianca's dad like pretty much jump the barricade and security be like, "Whoa, did you can't jump the barricade." I was glad they finally let you know Bianca use her hair. She used it a ton in NXT when she was a heel. I mean, she beat a lot of people with her hair. So first we'll talk about Peacock a little bit. Overall, not bad. It sucks not being able to rewind or pause on Roku, but it was good to watch a lot of WrestleMania this way to hear the crowd. Random commercial breaks suck. I have the $10 a month version, and if you're gonna give me random commercial breaks during a live show, I'll just go back to the $5 version. I'll save money that way. Oh, it looks like it's all done. The rain delay felt really bad because they showed having to pretty much evacuate the whole ground area to then get to the first match. Thought it was weird that when you look at it, McIntyre got the real big entrance. Bobby Lashley did not. Good match, nice back and forth. This match felt like they should have tweaked a few minutes since they got started about like 30 minutes late. They should have went through the process of kind of like tweaking, a few minutes here, a few minutes there, just reduce everyone's match time by a little bit. Surprising to see Lashley win. Thought that was the right move though. I think that you have Lashley retain, you have Lashley run for a little bit, and then at SummerSlam, which would be your next real big event, and that could be the time you could crown McIntyre. Give Lashley the run that he deserves. I mean, he's done a lot to make this work. Tag team turmoil match. I had to explain a lot of this to my wife because she was like, okay, I mean, it's a gauntlet match. Okay, like the Riot Squad's the only long-term real tag team. It's like most people have been together less than 3 months, which is great when that's your tag division. Lots and lots of bad moves. If you didn't see this match on Peacock, a lot of it will probably be on Botchamania. Sorry, not excited at all for the prospect of seeing Tamina and Natalia take on Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax. Shayna and Natalia will work as long as they don't tag out. The match will be serviceable. Cesaro and Rollins. Felt bad that Rollins had, some pyro issues. It's got to be horrible when those things happen. But really, really good match. This was easily like match of the night. These two guys had fantastic chemistry. I love seeing the UFO, and I was like, if this is a time to break that move out, you do it at Mania. You do it with Rollins. Great match. Really glad Cesaro won. I want to see Cesaro get a pretty decent run. Get him a few wins here and there. Get him either in a feud with either Biggie or Apollo for the mid card, or he could be a guy who could make a really good couple month feud. Because first you got to get past Jey Uso, then work your way up to Roman Reigns, and that could be a pretty good feud. Again, fantastic match, but you got two really good workers. I liked seeing the pedigree. I liked using the use of the swing. I mean, they did a pretty good story for making it really short term. Omos and AJ. I like how a lot of wrestlers who have done a lot more talking during the Thunderdome era are still doing it now. Hearing Xavier's be like, oh, it's great tag team wrestling. We are cutting the ring in half. Thought that was great. Done so well. And then when Omos got tagged in and he was just this brick wall of an individual, just tossing them around left and right, that was good. His choke bomb is probably one of the more impressive ones because he just picks him up and just drops him. Looks impressive, and I was like, that's a really solid debut. Almost quickly overshadowed by another debut of a of a celebrity. So we'll go with the Bad Bunny, Damian Priest, Miz and Morrison match. Loved how Miz and Morrison came down with the hey hey hop hop. Thought that was done really well. Loved the bad lip syncing and really just drove home the way that they're that just the fact that they're heels. And then starting the match up with Bad Bunny, and he did well. He did very well. It also helped too that the people he's in the ring with, it's like, okay, well, we're gonna put you in the ring with Miz. Okay, Miz, slow, psychological driven style of wrestling. It's pretty easy to hang with if you're not doing a lot of this stuff normally. And then doing some stuff with Morrison, where Morrison is another just athletic freak who is able to do pretty much whatever. Yes, so I guess it's a Puerto Rican destroyer on the outside, which you can tell was pretty much Morrison going, okay, just hold on to me. I'm gonna flip, hold on. As you can tell that when he does the land, he's got a really different looking hold of Bunny's legs. And then Bunny getting the splash for the victory. Thought it was great. Crowd loved it. I know nothing of Bad Bunny's music. It's not my genre of choice. But you can tell when you hear it, you close your eyes and you go, I picture a club going nuts. I picture any place where there's a dance floor, people digging this. And the way he showed up on the semi with people going, "There's a big semi that's there to make an entrance." People going, "Oh, it's probably Becky Lynch because that's how she did her big WrestleMania entrance years ago." But done really well. Priest looked fantastic. Bunny looked fantastic. I was like, that might be a better debut than what Omos had. But seeing Omos and AJ Styles as the tag champs, good. Liven up that scene for a little bit. Steel cage match with Shane O'Mac and Braun Strowman. I like the jump beforehand. It gives Shane a good reason as to why he can be competitive in this match. It also gives Braun a reason for why he's not at 100%. Shane going to leave and then Braun grabbing him by the hand and peeling the cage open. Beautiful. Oh, that was such a beautiful spot. And then we had him up at the top, and it's like, oh, what's Shane gonna fall off of? What's Shane gonna fall off of? And I was thinking, are we gonna see off the cage power slam, a top rope power slam? Nope. Instead, he just throws him, and Shane takes probably one of the most perfect from that height flatbacks. Just boom. Kind of slid a little bit from the overall impact, got down, hit the power slam, 1, 2, 3. Good match. Crowd digged it. Crowd cheered for who they're supposed to cheer for, booed who they're supposed to boo for, which was good. It's what you want. Now getting into the main event. I wish the story for this was better. Yes, the hype package did a good job, but the build they did on SmackDown did not do this match any justice at all. It did not. Oh, we're gonna feud for the tag belts. We're gonna lose. We're gonna go again. No. No. If you're gonna do a thing on Competence, this is the first time two black women have ever wrestled for the women's belt. It's the main event of WrestleMania. That should have been your lead story. That should have been what you were going with. Not, oh, can they coexist? Oh, they don't like each other now. It also felt weird that neither one of them had a really unique entrance. I mean, there's lots of big pyro, and I'm like, well, Snoop probably wouldn't show up because of the AEW stuff. Okay, I can understand that. I don't get the symbolism of the outfit that Sasha Banks was wearing, which is always kind of weird because normally she's very thematic in what she's going with. Didn't quite get it. It didn't seem like what she would normally wear. But their match was incredibly well done. I mean, you look at Bianca Belair, and she is, they say Charlotte is a once in a lifetime athlete. This is another once in a lifetime athlete. The gorilla press slam walking up the ring steps is insane. The vertical suplex spot, again, was so incredibly well done. But Bianca was in the ring with arguably probably one of the best wrestlers to be opposite the ring of. If Sasha ever gets the opportunity to leave the E and if AEW is still around, I would love to see an intergender match between Omega and Banks. I think those two could put on a fantastic match. I'm glad they let Bianca start using her hair. Again, she used it a ton in NXT when she was a heel, not that much here in main roster. I liked seeing like the shot to the stomach, right into the kiss of death. And I was like, that was a very good match. Now, was it worth the main event spot? For what it represents, yes. For the storyline, no. Out of everything on night one, did it have probably the best storyline going for it? Yeah. Was the crowd super hot for it? The crowd had moments. I mean, the crowd wasn't into this match the whole way through like there were other matches. But again, it started at like 10 o'clock our time, which would be 11 o'clock their time. So you kind of had a crowd that was a bit more worn down. But when Bianca hit the kiss of death, got the one, two, three, and I was like, you know what? Good. It's a good way to end this. Send the crowd home happy. Bianca's dad is so excited he almost jumped over the barricade. Again, I'm like, this was good. This was good. Mania season hasn't felt like Mania season for a while, for several years. This time being one of the first times I actually had, like a full crowd ish. Just made it work. Wrestling needs fans. It needs that level of excitement. So, night one, done, very good. Night two, I think overall has a better amount of matches and better quality of matches. So we'll see what it does. I mean, from where we're at right now, this has been a really fantastic just week of wrestling. The NXT events definitely did deliver, and WrestleMania is doing a very good job.